question for Mike Calta. Why is it that you claim I don't matter and that you don't care, yet every night you view me on social media and then block me again? Sometimes it's from the Pitbull toddler page. Sometimes it's from your show's page. But either way, you're a bored, middle-aged man who's in his prime that's about to end, and you're afraid to let go. But I'll give you some advice, Mike Calta. The sooner you let go, the easier it is for me to take your spot.
In your heart, you know he's right.
Doors closing.
Hi, this is Ryan Hoppe's mom, and you're listening to Hoppe Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Yes, now. What? Now. If I hit this button, boom, the whole program's gonna start.
Okay, well, hit it.
All right.
Hoppe Hour starts in 4, 3, 2. Hoppe. This is Hoppe Hour with Hoppe.
Where we at?
Always going in, never doubt it. Never worry about the dollar. Need a source or trending topic. Be the hottest, search about his competition. Microscopic, never copied. I'm a giant rolling weed up, now we flying. H-O-P-P-E. 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 You already know Hoppe Hour in your system.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what today is? If there's any chance in hell you don't know what today is, I will tell you.
Who wants to go?
Where you going? To go fishing.
Why?
It is National Go Fishing Day today.
Yes, people fish because the fish are biting.
Fish fighting good?
No, not so good.
I packed my rod and reel.
Time to bait the hook.
You want to go fish?
Go fish? Let's go fishing. Yes. Fish.
Happy National Go Fishing Day.
Showtime!
I don't know, man. I was never good at fishing. First of all, we all know it's Dan Bernstein's favorite holiday. A little Chicago radio reference. There was one time 6 years ago, around this time, this really hot girl, well, pretty hot for Newport Richie, hits me up and is like, hey, do you want to go fishing? As like a first date. Have you been fishing before? And I'm like, oh yeah, I produce a few fishing radio shows, whatever. But pushing buttons for a radio show is a little different than, going fishing. So we go fishing, and we're at some port in, Newport Richie. That's why they call it that. And we're on the water, and she's like, you've never gone fishing before. And I'm like, busted. Needless to say, we never hung out again, and she's probably now engaged with 2 kids. Also, there's a little sweeper here, a little original comedy segment from the prep service about black coffee. I used to like black coffee because right after when my grandpa died, I wanted to be like him, and he loved black coffee with sunny side eggs. So it was this thing. But I'm kind of a girl about my coffee. I like sugar in it. I like cream. I like all of it. So here is the skit about black coffee.
If you want to live longer, have better focus, and maybe avoid yelling at that broken printer today, try drinking.
All right, I can't play any of this because of copyright. How do you think it feels? I know it's annoying when in the middle of a segment, I stop playing it. I know you're like, I'm never going to hear that for the rest of my life. How do you think it feels for me? I walk on eggshells around the copyright gods. A lot of other podcasts, like maybe the Joe Budden podcast or some other podcast that plays music, they pay like $10,000 a year for copyright. Me, I don't want to get hit by the copyright gods. I'm already getting hit by Bubba Army. And Mike Calta's listeners. Speaking of that, maybe we should take a break and go to my inbox.
It's time for Hoppy's Inbox, only on Hoppy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Oh, yeah. Let me turn down this music. Again, walking on eggshells. Ryan, this is the worst thing I have ever listened to. Maybe you should give up on radio. I don't know about it being the worst thing ever. I got 25,000 of you mutants that listen. So I think I'm doing just fine. Next comment, Ryan. This was hard to listen to, being my rant about Mike Calta. I'm telling you right now, you need to stop breathing into the microphone. Which, yeah, I agree. I was really breathing heavy into that segment because I just breathed again. It's hard. I'm sorry. I'm not Ryan Seacrest. Okay? I'm not the Joe Show. I don't have perfect talk segments. I'm not Chino. I'm not the guys that are like such good radio announcers and never breathe into the microphone that are perfect. Me, I'm never perfect a day of my life. Get used to it. And now I'm afraid about breathing into the microphone. Like I just did it again. You know what? I'm going to embrace it, that I breathe into the microphone. Because I have this thing, I'm too far gone into this character I built on the show to not breathe into the microphone. And what am I going to do? Hold my voice in? Good riddance. Ryan, I don't understand why you have to keep talking about Mike Calta. It's in the news. You want to hear more about Mike Calta? There's some stuff I'll keep private just because it's like the mafia and you keep things private. I have 40 stories I could tell about Calta. That would be bad. But I'm a man of my words. Do I like the guy? No. Can I not stand the guy? No. I'll talk about something that happened publicly and make fun of it. No, that does not mean I'm joining Bubba's show. I don't think I ever want to work on a show again, unless it's like helping out MJ or whatever, because he shows respect to me. I'm not doing the whipping boy thing again. I want to be the Bubba. I want to be the Calta. I want to be the guy. If you think that's cool, you can keep listening. If not, go back to them. I don't care. But I'm not doing the whipping boy thing. So I had Bubba reach out to me on social media, and it was very flattering. But it's like, no, not doing any appearances. Even though I did a kind of ghost on Bubba a year and a half ago when I ended up taking a religious radio job. Mm-hmm. Bubba's just the one guy in Tampa radio I've never met. I've literally met everybody. Everybody from Mason Dixon to both Ron and Ron to obviously Cowhead and everybody at the Bone. I never met Billy Madison or Shannon Burke, but everybody else I met. I have a very interesting relationship with Bubba. I don't know who he is. He obviously knows who I am. Obviously, there's a little bit of an influence there, but obviously, I don't know. I will keep things quiet. Mike Calta has made this so ugly the last 3 years, even though he told me, you have to go somewhere else for another job. I got your back. And then when I leave to go to another job, he doesn't have my back because he's a coward. I'll say things like that, but the skeletons that he throws around and keeps around in his closet, all the skeletons Mike Calta has in his closet, you could put them into that, you know, that little thing that Santa Claus puts over his shoulder that he holds all the presents in? Mike Calta, first of all, looks like he could be Santa at a mall if you put on a little, facial hair. And second of all, he's so big. He's like Santa Claus. And he's got that little thing over his back that holds all the toys. You could fill that up with all the skeletons in Mike's closet. But I'm a good guy. I'm not going to, I should probably be quiet. I'm in a cover bar. I'm a good guy. I'm not going to say it. Mike, you don't have to worry. I see you viewing all my stuff. I know you're tripping out or you're bored in your mansion while your kid's in college and your other kid's in school and your wife's not hanging out with you. I know exactly what you're doing. You're sitting in your living room in that little seat you have that makes you feel like a mafia boss, or you're hanging on your studios and Carmen's just being annoying and you're just like, let me see what Hoppy's doing. Riveting. Keep talking about me. I don't care. All right. This show's off the rails. I'm going to give some advice to the Gen X radio shows out there. And you better listen to me. I'm not going anywhere. I will be 80 years old and not on the radio. But I'm doing this till I am probably 55, 60 years old. I've already started a Roth IRA, and then I'm going to be out of here. And you'll never hear from me again. I don't like the thought of my mom being dead, but whenever she does pass, and I make all this money because I got some new sponsors kicking and we're going to take over the rest of this year, my goal someday is to live in the town that 51st Dates took place in. So appreciate me Right now, I'm 31 years old. In 24 years, I'll be 55, and that will be 2049. 2050 is a perfect run. Oh, that's good. So for the next 24 years, you can consume my content, and maybe you're listening in the year 2100, and there's some like TikTok video or whatever it is in the future, and they're talking about, remember this tall guy in radio that took a lot of crap and never gave up? Well, he's been dead 50 years, but here's this show. If you're listening in the future, hi. Enjoy my catalog.
This is not headline news. The Florida Panthers beat the Edmonton Oilers to win the Stanley Cup. Florida beating Canada in hockey is like Canada beating Florida in meth.
Wow. Freaking funny.
Experts say coffee adds years to your life as long as it's black. I wonder if the same is true for tar heroin. Asking for a friend. A third of people say romance is dead. The rest see the way Jordan Hudson looks at Bill Belichick's wallet and know it's stronger than ever.
I like that one.
And Provo, Utah has been named America's best run city. And Detroit has been named the city most likely to make you run. This is not headline news.
Home of my former friend Mojo in the morning, who will not talk to me, which is fine. I get it. Your son is more important.
Today's show is brought to you by Summer Bodies. Only 1% of the population have them, but we have to see them all day on social media.
It reminds me of that commercial in Chicago, Heavenly Bodies. Does anybody remember that? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? They would go, here is a strip club that is for the rich and elite. Heavenly Bodies. I feel like most of my listeners are in Florida, so they probably don't know what I'm talking about.
Taco Bell has unveiled 2 new sauces, the Spicy Ranchero and Avocado Ranch. And for white customers, there's a new Extra Mild.
Wow. We head to Japan, where 4 men have been arrested on charges of using curry spices.
Why is that funny? I love how the Colbert audience never knows when to laugh.
Charges of using curry spices as a weapon in a robbery attempt. The assailants attacked a man by smearing powdered cooking spices of the sort used in curry on the man's face and into his eyes in an attempt to blind and incapacitate him.
Colbert's punchlines sound more like the top of the hour NPR news report. You know when you listen to NPR and they do the news reports? Colbert would be better at that than being a host.
The victim is recovering after treating his wounds with garlic naan and a little mango chutney.
Get the hell out of here. That guy makes a lot of money, too.
Authorities say he is stable and delicious.
It was announced that Joey Chestnut will compete in Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating competition during a press conference in which his cardiologist resigned.
Wow. Whenever it's Jimmy Fallon lately, he's been freaking funny. By the way, last night, the Florida Panthers won their 2nd consecutive Stanley Cup.
The fans rise here in Sunrise, Florida. Back to back for the Cats. The Panthers begin to celebrate.
I was rooting for Edmonton. I don't really know anything about hockey, but I was rooting for them just because I'm a Lightning fan.
Panther perfection.
It is weird how most of the teams that have won this decade are from Florida.
The Florida Panthers win their 2nd consecutive.
I love that sound. It pumps you up, makes you want to go to the club.
Their 2nd consecutive Stanley Cup.
Yo, DJ Pez, play some white girl music so you can bang them out.
Stanley Cup.
Only people in St. Pete would get that reference. 856-49-HOPPY. Now, I think liquid death is the most overrated thing. I love how shirtless Bert Kreischer's like, I'm drinking this. So then all his mutant fans are like, I'm drinking it too. It's okay. It's water. It's just because the words liquid death are on it that it's edgy. It's wild. It's out of control. Well, they sold 10 cans that contain Ozzy Osbourne's DNA. I can't play this because of copyright. Oh, God. It was just going to be a commercial about it anyway. All right. We're under attack here. I know it's aggravating. I get it. You want to listen to something and I can't play it because of the copyright. But hey, maybe you want me to be able to play music on this show. Give me $10,000, then I can pay for the copyright. Okay? But until then, you're going to have to deal with me cutting off clips really quickly because of copyright. All right. Does that work with you? If not, I don't really care because this is my show. You know what I mean? All right. Here's the deal. We have only begun in this madhouse known as Happy Hour. So we will be right back on Happy Hour. And we will get this party going after this.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before. Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour will be right back.
What up? This is Happy Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you and you. I don't think I forgot about you for the next hour. This following segment has been brought to you by DZBZHoney.com, the best Delta 8 CBD honey around. At checkout, when you go to DZBZHoney.com, use promo code Hoppe, HOPPE, to save 20%. Comes with the best lollipops, lick the lollipop, the wrapper, the best honey sticks, or a jar of honey. However the hell you want to get high, go to DZBZHoney.com and use promo code HOPPE, okay?
Doors closing.
Hi, Carmen. Still hate me?
And now, something completely different.
Looking a little washed up.
Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Hey, it's MJ from the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM Tampa Bay, and you're listening to the Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
There is no nepotism here. Welcome back to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Wow! Happy Hot Topic! In your heart, you know he's right.
Today on TMZ.
Okay, I have been off for 2 weeks. Anything happen? Yeah, nothing. Okay, we are going to start with Justin Bieber. He is laying it out that
he is mentally ill, man. If there was a definition of being mentally ill, it would be him. Why do I say that? Because I'm mentally ill.
broken man. He's clearly been going through it. He says, people keep telling me to heal.
Of course he's going through it. He got people like TMZ hounding him, following him, stalking him.
Don't you think if I could have fixed myself, I would have already? It is so true. You can't just feel better because somebody tells you to.
Sounds like Harvey had quite the vacation. Probably went down on a lot of guys.
And just the fact that people are saying, oh, you can get over it when he can't must be really frustrating.
One of the jurors has been thrown off the JD case, but
this case is a mess.
Diddy's defense team thinks prosecutors just want to get this guy off because he's a black Hispanic man who may be sympathetic to Diddy. But Judge Subramanian said, I am going to disqualify this juror and we're going to bring in an alternate.
Is it all like caught up?
What if you just never paid attention? It's like,
What a bunch of cackling hens.
can we start on day one and just run me through it again?
The Luigi musical has debuted officially in San Francisco.
You are a bunch of losers. If you go to the Luigi Mangione musical, you are scumbags. You are endorsing murderers. I said that funny. And listen, you're all a bunch of cloud chasers. I'm not defending insurance companies. I think they're all scumbags. But when I tell you that you are obsessing over it and romanticizing him, you are pretty much justifying murder because all these Gen Z girls listen to murder podcasts and they romanticize it. You're all psychopaths.
The cheapest room in Brooklyn is a sad.
We got the most uncheap city because it's full of crap.
The San Francisco Chronicle wrote, Luigi the Musical is the most talked about play in San Francisco. It's also terrible.
The thing is, I love how San Francisco people, especially if you listen to like morning radio, like that awful show, the JV show without JV, it's crap. Especially that dirtbag Graham that was making fun of my boy Hammer and Hank. Making fun of an autistic guy, screw you. All these people act like they are better than us. They are better than Floridians. No, you're just liberal douchebags.
No. Don't you see what they're going to do? They're going to advertise it and say, The Chronicle, the most talked about play in San Francisco, period.
That is not a bad idea.
We got Brittany Cartwright. She was married to Jax for a long
Yeah, washed up hag.
time. She recently said Jax was terrible in bed. She wanted to clarify it. He wasn't always
She's saying this because she got caught being a slur. I won't say the full word in 2025.
bad.
Sometimes a 7 or 8.
Okay.
Towards the end, 2 or 3.
She was like,
She's saying this because she caught on to heat because it makes her look stupid. Can you imagine if he said that about her? Oh, yeah, when she goes down, I mean, she has his teeth.
over time, he got lazy.
That could be a reflection on her.
Why? On her?
Because she's a dead fish and just laid there. Oh, Brittany Cartwright, you should be so grateful to be having sex with me. You know when you're banging a hot girl and they put in no effort, they might be a little tipsy and they're like, just missionary meal, it's going to be it's boring.
You guys get less good too.
One of the jurors on the Diddy trial just got a lot more free time.
I don't care. We'll talk about Diddy later. I saw this here. This made me laugh. Alec Baldwin's daughter snubbed him on social media on Father's Day as she did not make a post about her father. And people like, oh, she's ungrateful. She needs to move on. 18 years ago, Alec Baldwin left this voicemail to his daughter.
Hey, I want to tell you something, okay?
Yeah.
And I want to leave a message for you right now. And again, it's 10:30
Sorry about the noise in the background, but this is 2007 technology.
here in New York on a Wednesday. And once again, I've made an ass of myself.
You always make an ass of yourself. You always make an ass of yourself, Alec. You're a scumbag.
Trying to get you a phone to call you at a specific time. When the time comes for me to make the phone call, I stop whatever I'm doing and I go and I make that phone call. At 11 o'clock in the morning in New York, and if you don't pick up the phone at 10 o'clock at night, and you don't even have that goddamn phone turned on.
Yeah, why would you want to talk to you?
I want you to...
Honestly, sometimes I make fun of my dad, and my dad's been dead for 11 years, and it's given me major daddy issues. I don't know if you know that, but I have major daddy issues.
He had daddy issues and is attracted to women with them. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Well, sometimes when I see how bad of a dad Alec is, I miss my dad.
Dom, I want you to know something, okay? I'm tired of playing this game with you. I'm leaving this message with you to tell you, you have insulted me for the last time. You have insulted me. You don't have the brains or the decency as a human being. I don't give a damn.
You don't have the decency. You're going to be remembered as the scumbag that didn't know how to use a gun, even though you went after Trump supporters that liked guns. You mutant.
Damn that you're 12 years old.
You should go hang out with Mike Calta and make a club of narcissists.
Or 11 years old, or that you're a child, or that your mother is a thoughtless pain in the ass who doesn't care about what you do as far as I'm concerned. You have humiliated me for the last time with this phone. And when I come out there next week, I'm going to fly out there for the day just to straighten you out on this issue. I'm going to let you know.
Oh, wow. Yelling at your 12-year-old daughter. That's going to really make her want to hang out with you.
How disappointed in you I am and how angry I am with you.
You sound angry. I love when Gen X dads, and my dad used to do this, Gen X dads yell at their kid, and then they're like, why don't my kid want to hang out with me? Because you're yelling. I had a boss at my conservative radio job who would like pray before he ate his like Subway, but then like one thing would go wrong with an MP3 file, and he'd be yelling at the top of his lungs. I'm like, Joe, freaking relax, dude.
But you've done this to me again. You've made me feel like shit.
Oh, I'm sure she doesn't feel that way about you.
And you've made me feel like a fool over and over and over again. And this crap you pull on me with this goddamn phone situation that you would never dream of doing to your mother.
Maybe because mommy's nice.
And you do it to me constantly and over again. I am going to get on a plane and I'm going to come out there for the day and I'm going to straighten your ass out.
Why would they want to talk to you, bud?
When I see you, do you understand me?
I think they do. And I think that's why they never called.
I'm going to really make sure you get it.
Oh, jeez.
Then I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to turn around, and I'm going to come home.
All right, there's that. So, yeah, he didn't get a Father's Day post. I can only imagine why. I've noticed recently, like, I'll admit, I pay for Twitter Pro so I can have a blue check mark, but I do it because there's like parody accounts of me. And also just it's the only thing I pay for because you can change your picture and still have a pro account. But like when you do it for Facebook or Instagram, if you don't, if you have it with a blue check mark, Facebook has to approve of your new profile picture and you can barely change it. And I'm like, you know what? Funk that. It's stupid. Why do I need Facebook's approval to change my picture? But I love these people that get verified and then they act like they're some guru. Dude, you're paying $15 a month for a blue check mark. Shut up. This censorship on TikTok is absolutely out of control. I know that Donald Trump saved the platform, so they feel like they, gotta kiss his ass. They feel like they gotta be nice to him. Well, guess what? That's called censorship. The CEO of TikTok said that there was no censorship. And I know you think me doing this accent is a little racist, but this is what he literally sounded like. Of course there's censorship. I make fun of Elon and it gets 1 view, not even 70 downloads. But if you make fun of someone on the liberal side, you get views. That ain't it. TikTok is like I just breathed again, God damn it. Maybe I should stop breathing and then just die. TikTok is the new FCC, and so is YouTube with all this censorship. We are going to die someday. If you think that you matter, you really don't. And I'm not trying to go down a negative route, but I'm just being honest. Sometimes I feel like I'm living in a simulation. When I live in Florida, you see a crackhead riding the scooter. You see a hooker on Haynes Road, the Haynes Road honeys. And then the next block has mansions. It doesn't feel real. And it's very strange. I was thinking about it. If my cell phone was a real life thing, kind of like the movie Toy Story where they come to life, the front end of my cell phone has seen a lot about me. It sees when I frown. My selfie face, if I'm showing my face up close because I got a big ass head in both places, I literally have this thing where if I'm showing my face, like if I'm trying to take a selfie, I need to do it far away and put my hands up all the way up because my head just looks ridiculous when it's right in front of me. It's no good. I love people that like brag about what they did in high school. People will be like, oh, in high school, I did this, I did that. It's like, do you really want to peek at age 15? Is that when you really want to peak? And these are the same people that post all day on LinkedIn. Oh, I got this, I got that. Being offline is one of the most underrated things of all time. I'm telling you, when you are offline and you are not doing your thing, that's when results come. When you are refreshing your social media, this is me just talking to myself. When you are refreshing your social media, you are absolutely obsessed. This has become a therapy session with Ryan Hoppe. And by the way, we have a therapist company that sponsors Happy Hour, counselingoncall.net. If you need help with your mental health, whatever you need help with, and you live in Florida or Maryland, you can easily go to counselingoncall.net and tell them I sent you. Because maybe you're dealing with some haters. I've noticed people have been hating recently. We're in a time where people are unsure about the future. And this doesn't just go with the mean comments I get online. I'll notice like my friend will be like, all these older people hate on me at my job. If you have haters, you are doing something right. Now, obviously, you'd rather have people like you. You'd rather be accepted. You know what I mean? But sometimes being the heel, being the underdog is a good thing. Because being a villain is more honest than being a fake nice guy. Because fake nice guys are the ones with all the skeletons. And I know a lot of stories, but I'm not going to say any of them. But a lot of the local news anchors are the ones with the biggest scumbags that hang out with the biggest scumbags that are the biggest scumbags. At least radio people, like rock jocks or country music jocks, are the ones that are edgy. But a lot of these top 40 DJs, oh, it's the Joe Show. Oh, it's this local news anchor out at this donut shop. Those are the biggest deviants, but they have to do it behind closed doors because they don't want people to realize they're a deviant. Me, I've talked about going to sex clubs, talked about going to fantasy land with Anna Hummel. I didn't go with Anna Hummel, but I said it on air in 2019. I'm a slut. I'm a recovering slut. So I would rather be me, where I have a little bit of a genuine bone in my body, than these people. Like, look at, if you're in Chicago, look at Eric Ferguson from the Eric and Kathy show. That guy was every soccer mom's favorite DJ. And then he was forcing his team to give him head. I've noticed a lot recently, a lot of these Gen Zers are grinding. And they're influencers that are promoting these products. And that's cool and all. But to me, it's no different than the multi-level marketing that Gen Xers did to get famous, like Patrick Bet-David with that scam of valuetainment. People can read through it. Like, there are people that air my show online, and then they pay for listens, and then the comments will either be people that are mad that they were directed to my show, or people that are like, this show is amazing and very informative. Obviously a fake comment. And what's funny is this show is not informative. I don't know if I've informed my audience a day in my life. One thing I will say is this show is not scripted. I'll listen to some of this morning radio, and oh my God, it's not even just the fake prank calls or the fake dating segments. But there's nothing worse than when you listen to a show and then they do the same content 2 hours later. It's like, are you that freaking lazy? Are you that reliant on the prep services that you don't have an original bone in your body? And a lot of those radio DJs that do that are the ones, who do this thing called being in plays in high school. So they're used to reading from a script. I tried out for some plays. I didn't make any. So I've literally not been showing my face besides, some scandals I've taken part in where I'm naked online. You've never, ever really seen what I look like because I don't need people to see what I look like. The front camera on my cell phone says it all. Last night, I had one of the best nights of my life. I got home around 7 p.m., turned on the NHL Stanley Cup Finals for a little bit, and hung out with my cat. My cat's like a teenage daughter. One day, she doesn't want me there. The next day, she's all on me. And last night, my baby girl, known as Luna, didn't even meow like this. I just love playing her meow. It is the most unfair things that animals don't get to live as long as humans. Because this cat, I'm almost about to cry. This cat has changed my life. All you Bone listeners that do like me, you helped donate $3,000 that covered her expenses when she almost died in 2020. And she is forever grateful. Oh, I know she is. But that cat can be a diva. I have a balcony that leads to, obviously, it overlooks my pool. I filmed it before on social media. And there's like a wall that separates me and the place next door. And literally, there are cats on that side. And Luna will fuck with them. And she'll be like, fucking with them. And I'm like, who taught you to mess with other people? Who taught you to mess with other cats? Oh, wait. But your owner picks fights with local radio hosts. So maybe that's where she got it from. Mm-hmm.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour will be right back.
This following segment has been brought to you by Fortify.com. FORTIFEYE.com for the best pre and post workout around. At checkout, use promo code Ryan20 to save 20%. Also, check out Amir Academy of Martial Arts at AmirAcademy.com, 2700 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. Women's self-defense classes, kids classes, MMA classes, whatever the hell you need, I'll go there. WestChasePrinting.com, the best printing company in all of the Bay Area. On the invoice, tell them I sent you. I said it earlier, and I'll say it again, counselingoncall.net. Do you need help with your mental health? Are you a little mentally ill? Counselingoncall.net. If you're in Florida or Maryland, tell them I sent you. And finally, this is being brought to you by Rich Keeley, Master Barbershop at richkbarber.com, 4545 West Kennedy Boulevard, and that is in Tampa. But you got to sign up. You can't just go, hey, Rich, can I get a haircut? No, go to richkbarber.com. and tell them I sent you to save $10. All right. We're going to come back on Happy Hour, and we're going to keep this party going. But first, let's get into it. Question to the 102.5 The Bone listeners. Obviously, all the people that don't work with Mike Kelta anymore, and a lot of people that are in radio don't like him. So why would you like him? If he's not nice to anybody else, why do you think he'd be nice to you? Don't meet your heroes. Trust me. If he was such a good friend, he would have taken care of Spanish. Funk that! Also, he was supposed to make Gio full-time, and I don't believe that happened. And if it did, good for Gio.
In your heart, you know he's right. Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
It's you, me, Ryan, Hoppe.
Hey, this is Gary Meyer, and as refreshing as a McDonald's Coca-Cola, Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, you're listening to Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe. This is Eric Zane. I don't know these two people, but I know they're fucking assholes. Mike Calta and Rover, suck my dick for what you did to Ryan. Hey, this is Eric Zane. You're like, who? Yeah, I know. Anyway, you're listening to Ryan Hoppe. Happy Hour. This motherfucker is resilient as shit, Everybody tries to rub Ryan's fucking face in dog shit, and then he always picks himself up. I love that. Fuck everybody. Give them the finger and kick their ass, Ryan Hoppe.
If this doesn't make you think, laugh, or yell at your speakers, are you even listening? Happy Hour with Ryan Hoppe is back.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Dwayne Wade's daughter Zaya Wade is celebrating her high school graduation. The daughter of NBA great Dwayne Wade is officially a high school graduate, and she had her whole family cheering her on as she walked across the stage, including stepmom Gabrielle Union.
Listen, if somebody being trans triggers you, you're either in the closet, you're a recovering bully, and need to get over yourself, or you're jealous that she's living her real life. And yes, I just said, girl. If you truly care about what someone identifies as, it doesn't affect you. Now, I don't think we should have cross-dressers or anybody reading to kids, like cross-dressers or even like strippers or whatever. But if that's what you want to do, in this short lifetime that goes by in a blink, who cares?
Who pens a sweet tribute to the new grad. Gabrielle captions a joint June 14th Instagram post with Dwayne. Zaya, you've closed this chapter with such grace and courage. Watching you bloom into the brilliant, bold, and beautiful young woman you are has been a true gift. As you
And honestly, she looks better than some of the girls you see in downtown St. Pete nowadays. She looks not bad looking at all. You know they had money for top-notch surgery.
Step into this next season, we all...
And Dwayne Wade's cool for being supportive of her. Because some people would be, transphobic.
Already know you'll write it with purpose, passion, and power.
And that's pretty cool that she graduated during National Pride Month. And once again, like all those mutants, like Rob Schneider, who's probably gay, all those guys that get triggered about Pride Month, you're weird.
Gabrielle continues, may college be your canvas and the world your masterpiece. Congratulations to the class of 2025.
It is crazy that kids that were born in 2007 are now graduating high school. So earlier I played audio of Brittany Cartwright saying that some days Jax Taylor was good and bad and some days he wasn't. Because she said he was never good on What's Live or whatever that show is with Andy Cohen. Well, Jax Taylor says he's sorry for how he behaved. So this might have been why she was nice about him.
We got a lot of tweets from people that are just even mad that you're here and that you shouldn't be given this platform
It's Andy Cohen.
Tonight. What do you have to say to them?
First of all, I want to apologize to everybody who's watching this right now. It's just the stuff that was shown is pretty triggering to a lot of people. And, I'm watching it back. I watch the episodes now. And
which is a first.
Truly. You watch it back and it's
got to be hard. It's kind of like listening back to like if you're on a radio show or whatever and you're like, oh, that's cringe.
It's like I
kind of like how I used to say, oh, Kelto, I'm getting turned up this week. I know, gross.
I'm utterly embarrassed of my actions. And like I said, nobody should ever have to deal with the way I acted. Nobody should ever have to deal with,
What a grown up. Good job, Jax. You're growing up. It took you half your life, but
verbal abuse from anybody. So that being said,
you're what?
At minimum.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that people, had to see all that.
And are you sorry to Brittany?
Very sorry to Brittany. It was a very, very, very tough year for both of us. And, I'll let you go.
Well, before I start to grill you, I want
to... Shut up, Andy. You're no perfect person.
Start with some good news. You are how many days sober?
201 days.
Hell yeah, bro. That was for every day.
Over.
Congratulations.
All right, there's that. Man, I do breathe a lot. It's in my head, that one comment from a Bubba Army person. Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Tyler Perry's facing a 9-figure lawsuit surrounding sexual assault allegations.
Oh, man. He just does not seem like a good dude, man.
In court docs obtained by E! News, Derek Dixon, a one-time actor on Perry-produced shows Ruthless and The Oval, alleges the media mogul, quote, used his considerable influence in the entertainment industry.
That's what they usually do.
To create a coercive, sexually exploitative dynamic
sounds like that might count the show.
Between them. E! News has reached out.
It's time for comment and didn't hear back. All right, there's that. Let me see here.
There's a sentiment sometimes that she's frustrated or she's selfish or she makes poor decisions or she doesn't manage her money well. But she's also been like hugely loyal.
Sarah Jessica Parker isn't here for all the Carrie Bradshaw hate.
Wow, you care about someone hating on a fictional TV character? That'd be like if people, like some like Trekkie was mad about Captain Kirk's character. Like, it's fictional!
During an appearance on the June 18th episode of Call Her Daddy, the Sex and the City star proves that she supports her character's rights and wrongs in the OG series and its spinoff, and Just Like That.
That's good!
There's a sentiment sometimes that she's frustrated or she's selfish or she makes poor decisions or she doesn't manage her money well. Yeah, all of that has been true over the course of the last 25 years. But she's also been like hugely loyal.
That's good, whatever. The fictional show. They'd be like, Homer Simpson's not the best dad, but he still makes money for his family. It's really not that different. Freaking weird, this planet we're living on. We just overthink things a lot.
You are Vietnamese.
No, I'm not. I'm gay. I'm gay.
Honey, no, you're not gay. You are just confused. Oh my God, what is wrong with me?
All right, that was the TikTok as the daughter from Modern Family is gay.
Modern Family alum Aubrey Anderson Emmons, aka Lily, using a viral sound from the show to come out.
No, I'm not. I'm gay. I'm gay.
The now 18-year-old wishing a happy Pride Month to all on TikTok, revealing she's bi.
Hell yeah, she has that bisexual look. How do I know it's a bisexual look? Because those are the girls I attract.
Honey, no, you're not gay. You are just confused.
Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, wow, I can't even believe I did this.
Wow, good job. Modern Family really is one of the best shows ever. The only thing is, like, after about season 4, it became The Office, where it wasn't funny and very corny.
Like, I can't even believe that happened to me.
Cool story, dude.
Like, in a good sense. Like, whoa.
The star, who's now making music under...
Alright, I'm not going to play it because of copyright. Again, you think I enjoy this? Not that we really care about our music. You think I enjoy that I'm doing the show, you're listening to the clip, and the copyright gods just strike me. Gotta be careful. Oh, copyright gods, leave me alone. The real God doesn't even exist. I just said it. My Christian friends are like, see, you believe in God. But God doesn't even care about me. Why should I trust the copyright gods? All right. Let's see what we have here. Right here.
Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox ready to reveal their newborn's name.
It really doesn't matter. People that obsess over the names of babies are weird. It has nothing to do with your life.
The rocker going acoustic as he performs to their baby girl in a touching post to Instagram June 17th.
Oh, that's so cute.
MGK captioning the emotional moment, Saga Blade Fox Baker.
All right, that's the name of the kid. I have a rule on here. Because as you do know, I got a vasectomy, that we don't talk about the kids. Once the kids get involved, I abort.
Did you know that Ryan Hoppe got a vasectomy? Well, now you know, and we aren't even sure why we told you.
And honestly, some of you fathers out there should have really encouraged the abortion more.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the
RyanHoppyRadio.com.
Happy Hour will be right back.
You probably had Taco Bell before. Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
In the nuts, and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go through all the sponsors right now. I never get freaking podcasts that begin their show with like 7 live reads or sponsors. I'm like, who's listening to that? If I were that sponsor, I'd be pissed off. Well, what do I know? A lot. This following segment has been brought to you by Cheeky Mouth Guards at getcheeky.com. When I tell you it's the best way to quit biting on the side of your mouth, I'm a man of my words. Getcheeky.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. Shimmerwood CBD drinks at shimmerwood.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 30%. GetGoodFeels.com for good vibes THC drinks. Go to GetGoodFeels.com and use promo code Hoppy to save 20%. OldGlory.com for the best t-shirts around. Use promo code Hoppy to save 15%. Garden State Distillery Dirty Vodka. GardenStateDistillery.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 15%. Aspire Green Tea Drinks at AspireDrinks.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Afura Coffee. AFUERA Coffee.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. FSDrinks.com. For the best boba around, use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. Oh, you're looking for the best beef jerky? BigForkBrands.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. And finally, are you looking for a good energy bar? QuantumSquares.com. Use promo code HOPPE to save 20%. All of these are on my website, RyanHoppyRadio.com, RyanHoppe Radio.com. I would hope you know how to spell radio. Or it's in my podcast section. So whenever you listen to Happy Hour like you are right now, in the podcast description is all of that. We're going to come back on Happy Hour and keep this party going and going. Question. People go, yo, Hoppy, why are you still talking about Kelta? Well, funk that. You mean the same guy who acted like a friend, then ghosted hard more than my ex was after rent was due? You mean the guy who obsesses with me and had the fake radio brotherhood energy? Funk that. People go, Kelta's been around forever. He's a legend. If a fruitcake sits around and nobody eats it either, is it still delicious? I love this. I'm in your head, Mikey. But you don't have to worry. Your secrets are safe with me. I'll keep my end of the deal.
In your heart, you know he's right. Doors closing.
And now, something completely different.
It's time for Hoppy in the morning.
It's Happy Hour!
Hey kids, it's Brother Weeze, and you are listening to the Happy Hour with my main man, Ryan Hoppy.
Hey, this is Lex Staley with the Lex and Terry Radio Network. We are nationally syndicated, and this guy is so much better than we are. So you should get back to the Hoppe Hour.
Hey, everybody. This is Terry James from the nationally syndicated radio show Lex and Terry, and you are listening to Hoppe Hour with my man, Ryan Hoppe.
Hey, this is Tom Bernard, and you are listening to Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
People often argue over Android versus iPhones, but the real debate should be middle-aged Gen X morning shows versus Hoppe Hour.
The golden age of radio is alive and well on Hoppe Hour with Ryan Hoppe.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Hoppe Hot Topic!
Oh, jeez.
Today on TMZ.
Okay. It turns out Pope Leo the 14th is a believer.
Just This Pope's pretty freaking cool. Besides the fact that he probably covers up pedophilia.
Justin Bieber is related to Pope Leo, as is Madonna, Hillary Clinton, Angelina Jolie.
You don't want to have any association with Hillary Clinton.
I think this is really cool.
We're all related, Harvey.
We're not all related.
We're all related.
Are we related? Yes.
Hell yeah.
In some way.
Harvey, everyone's related. I'm probably related to Shohei Ohtani. So the jurors in the Diddy criminal trial have now seen videos of freak-offs.
Man, I don't know if I ever want to watch that, man. I feel bad for people that like are in these cases and they have to see like underage videos and whatnot. Traumatizing.
They brought monitors over to the jurors. They put headphones on them. Apparently, you could actually hear the moans bleeding through the earphones.
Oh,
gross.
God.
So awkward for the jurors sitting next to each other watching porn.
So R. Kelly is accusing the Bureau of Prisons of trying to kill him again.
Pretty outlandish.
What a freaking narcissist, Dan.
Look, there's enough to investigate it, though.
If we investigated every time a prisoner raises the specter of abuse of a prison guard, sometimes it's definitely true, but 99.99999% of the time it's not true.
But he says they tried to kill me. That's one of the point. One. That you should investigate.
Man, they're coked up today.
Cardi B has revealed her third child for the first time ever.
Oh my gosh, she has way too many kids.
Looks exactly like Offset.
If your kid comes out looking like your husband, you're very angry.
Why, though?
Why? Because I suffered, not you. Do you know that his wife
Wow, she's a cackling hen.
posted him holding the baby while laying in the hospital bed? He made his wife, who just gave birth, get up.
I was tired.
There truly is a special place in hell for you.
Savannah Chrisley is speaking out against critics claiming her mom faked her breast cancer diagnosis.
Yeah. Listen, I can't stand the Chrisleys, but I don't think she faked the cancer diagnosis. Now, maybe she did, but maybe she's not like Erica from the Alan Cox Show. It's a Cleveland radio reference.
To avoid court proceedings. In a June 17th episode of Unlocked with Savannah Chrisley, the 27-year-old podcaster said,
God, she looks like she's 37.
She was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2012. They weren't federally or criminally charged till 2019.
Oh, whatever. I don't want to listen to that moron. Speaking of morons.
Hoppe Hot Topic!
I didn't want anyone to be afraid of me when I died.
Hilaria Baldwin reveals why she frequently takes her and Alec Baldwin's 7 kids to cemeteries. The reality
that sounds fun. Not at all.
Star visits Kate Hudson and Oliver Hudson's podcast, Sibling Revelry.
I would never want to hear anything Kate Hudson says. I know God.
And when Oliver admits his fear of dying has gotten worse since he's had kids, the 41-year-old confesses that she is exposing her little ones to the idea of the afterlife already.
Oh, trust me. Your dad's not going there.
I bring my my kids,
but it's also fake,
to cemeteries a lot.
Mm.
It was, and I feel like, and first of all, I feel very much like you do. It's it's once you become a parent, I think that how fragile life is.
Yeah, especially when your husband takes Hilaria Baldwin's life. I mean, not Hilaria Baldwin, Helena Hudgens. That joke failed, but you got the point.
It comes into my fears all the time, but I really feel like, we spend time in cemeteries and, we everything from like the history of it and just also acknowledging like this is part of life.
Ilaria.
Yeah. Your husband would definitely know about that.
Adds that her goal is to take the mystery and fear out of the process.
All right, I'm sick of hearing about this. I don't even want to play this clip. I guess Bubba the Love Sponge was saying that Hulk Hogan was on his deathbed, which I don't know why you would even say that if it's not true, because, like, you know what's funny? It's either the person lives or not. So, like, not sure what that was about, but I'm all Tampa radio, whatever. Bubba's aight.
LeBron James is teasing his next career move. The NBA star, who is currently playing in his 22nd season, recently
that makes me feel old.
Shared that he might be ready to try his hand at acting.
Well, he did do an okay job in the movie Trainwreck. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad. It wasn't like amazing. It was him playing LeBron.
As he tells The Hollywood Reporter in an interview published June 16th, I think that will all boil down to the creative writing and to the role.
That's fair. Also on Happy Hour, here's a bell of danger on Kevin Clancy's podcast, the guy that cheated on his pregnant wife, talking about the difference between minor league and major league porn.
So, like, minor league compared to, like, the major leagues that is like shooting a scene, because when you're shooting for OnlyFans, like it's really like whatever you want and it could literally be 5 minutes, but like when you're shooting for companies such as Brazzers, like you're shooting a 35-minute scene, like you are on set with a bunch of different people, you are shooting with a script, like there's
producers, they want certain angles, they want this, they want that.
Yeah.
KFC creeps me out.
I feel like it's still super next level.
Yep. But also, isn't that like better in a way to be like, I get to do what I'm not listening to some like director barking at me. I do whatever I want.
Especially if they're eating out of a dog bowl.
Yeah, it's better for the performer, I guess. But if you really are like a really crazy sexual person,
like you are, you're projecting, honey.
I feel like the major leagues is like
step the game up.
All right, there's And then Dave Portnoy, speaking of Barstool Sports, had this to say about Marina Mabry, the jealous loser who was talking smack and attacked Caitlin Clark.
She's an irrelevant journeyman. She runs up to Caitlin after the whistle and slams into her, knocks her down. Obvious ejection. An obvious ejection. Marina Mayberry, look in the mirror. The reason that you're going to have any money before the end of your career is number 2-2. Nobody even knew who you were or cared about you till she got in the league. So cheap shot her like that. What are you, dumb? Boom. More importantly, the league, the refs, you're going to let people take cheap shots like that over and over and over at the face of your league, the future of the league, the most important player in your league. How do you not eject her? How do you not eject her? And that leads to the end of the game.
Here's why. Because she is a white girl and the league is racist. There I am walking over my words. The league is racist against her because she's the pretty white girl. Mm-hmm. All right. This has been Happy Hour. We have had an amazing time. We've been hanging out. We've been doing our thing. These shows have been a lot shorter recently because I haven't been playing music, but that'll be back soon. But if you're a listener of Mike Calta, I appreciate you listening. If you're a listener of Bubba, I appreciate you listening. I'm just looking to see if there's any other news here. No, not at all. You're probably going, Ryan, why are you airing your podcast of you looking for YouTube videos? I mean, your favorite morning show eats on air, so is it any that different?
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
It's time for Hoppe in the morning.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
And like that, he's gone.
You probably had Taco Bell before.
Whenever we're going outside, all I smell is poop.
I'll kick you in the nuts and we'll call it a day.
Happy Hour is now over. Happy hour is now over. Game over. This concludes our broadcast day. Good night, and God bless America.
Doors closing.